What's up, guys? In today's video, we are going to go over how I have been judging websites, whether they're safe to buy from or not. This is not an ironclad type of thing, but just what I've been going through, some of the processes I put in place to check. I have a VA now, and they find a lot of different sites that I have not come across. And I'm going to kind of go through maybe 4 or 5 ways that you could check whether the site is legit. And at the very end, I'm going to give you a way you could ultimately protect yourself pretty much no matter what. If a website took your money and basically didn't ship out the product you ordered. If you're new here, my name is John, Side Hustle Experiment. I'm a 6-figure Amazon seller, do online arbitrage. I teach you guys how to make money selling on Amazon. So if you're into that, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. So let's just jump right into it. So a lot of the times I get a lot of leads from the VA, and they aren't just like doing Walmart, Target, and all this other stuff. They come across products, and they could be from totally random sites. It could be, I don't know, for example, Baker's Drugstore. I don't even know if that's a website or not. I just saw a sign and just decided to say that. So how do I know whether or not I should trust the website to give them, put my credit card info in, and kind of, is it legit? So the number one way I have been judging it is actually social media. So as soon as I see the site, if they do not have social media buttons on the page, or I can't find their Facebook page in a simple Google search, I'm typically not buying from that site. I could be totally wrong. This is just how I'm doing it. You want them to have a social media presence, because should something go wrong, you want a place where you can complain. God forbid that you can't get your money back. So that is one. Social media. You want to see, 2, you can see if they have a review. If their page has a ton of followers, obviously they have a big company. You don't see that many bad reviews. Obviously they are doing something right and people aren't mad. I found that the best probably platform. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Definitely a Facebook though. Number 2, super simple, Google. A lot of the times you see places that as soon as you type in the store, it will be, if it was like John's Bookstore, it would say is John's Bookstore legit? That would be the exact Google, and it will like pop up in the Google box before you can even Google it. And a lot of the times when you put that in, I'm not really looking for a review site. I know there's Trustpilot. Their reviews, I think they give Amazon like a 3-star review. So obviously that's not super trustworthy. But one thing that usually pops up will be, sometimes it's like a Wikipedia page or like how the store was founded, stuff like that. So that's usually a pretty good sign that the store is somewhat legit and is going to do the right thing with when you place your order. So yeah, just a simple Google search, super easy. Number 3, this is by far one of the best ones, and you can just do this on Instagram through people you connect with. I know I do it by text. I have a lot of people that I know now. I'll just text someone and be like, hey, have you ever bought from this website? And usually they'll say yes, no, I did, but it didn't show up. I did, but the product was broken, whatever. That's actually the best way to figure out whether a site is worth buying from. Usually if I text someone and they've never bought there, they know someone who has or did and it didn't work, or they know a person that said why you shouldn't order from that site, whatever. Asking your network, DMing someone on Instagram. I know some people don't like to give away where they're buying from or whatever, but to be honest, if you sent me a DM or someone else a DM, there's a good chance we know about the store that you're talking about, or have at least heard about it. We might, and it doesn't mean we're gonna go there and source from it. It's just whatever, just asking a question. Number I guess this is going to be number 4, and it's kind of if the other 3 don't check out. So if you can't really verify whether or not they have social media, is their site legit on Google, no one in your network knows. Those are kind of like, if you can't really check any of those boxes, it's not a total lost cause. But I don't know, I'd be super skeptical. But the question you should ask yourself, is it worth the risk? So if you're buying a product, right, and you're only going to make $2 on them, and maybe you're going to buy 10 of them, maybe you can check 10 out, that's $20. Is it really worth you potentially profiting $20 to place an order on this site and potentially have issues? For me, it would not be. And then you also have to look at the flip side. If you're buying, I tend to buy more higher end items where it's $30, $40, $50 per se. So is it worth, right? If you really want to shell out $500 to $1,000 on this site that kind of looks like a Shopify store, but you're not really sure, I would tend to shy away from that. It's just much better to just go look for other products. There's plenty of it out there. So that is kind of the big question, or one of the big questions I'd ask myself. And a lot of these brands that have Shopify stores, be very careful. A lot of these stores are the ones that file IP complaints. These are because they have their own Shopify store. They're either don't want to be on Amazon, or already sell on Amazon, or has a company that reps them. So basically there are companies that just sell products on Amazon for bigger companies, and they have the exclusive rights to do so. So as soon as you come on the listing, they're going to issue an IP complaint, most likely. So what is the best? So after going through all that, regardless whether it checks out or not, we still don't know until you actually buy something and complete the purchase. So what's the ultimate way is to check out using PayPal. If they do not have a PayPal checkout on the website, that's usually kind of a big red flag for me. A lot of people do now, especially if they're a smaller store. It's a really easy way for them to collect payment. So PayPal is great because it's the ultimate protection. They're very consumer friendly. They're actually about you. So they are protecting your purchase. So if you ever had an issue, you can literally go to PayPal, and PayPal is going to like take the money away from them until we kind of hash out what happened. There'll be a dispute, but it really freezes the money from that site that you got until they work it out with you. So that's a huge plus. Also, credit cards are great. I would really not suggest you use a debit card. I don't. I know some people do, or even if you're using a debit card in general, it's hard. It's a lot harder to get the money back, and it takes a lot longer. If you think about it, your bank is literally just sending it to someone else, and that other person has to send it back and has to get back. And a credit card, it's almost like fake money. American Express is basically, they are kind of sending that company money, but that company doesn't really get the money until American Express gives them the money. So there's some protection there as well. So those are what I have for you. This is what I've been using. Number 1 for me, let's just recap: social media. You want a place to complain should something go wrong. You also want to verify they're legit. Number 2, Google. A simple Google search can give you a little bit more info about the company. Sometimes these stores that don't look legit are owned by a much bigger company, which then makes them legit because they're connected to that company. Number 3, the best one, ask the community, or ask someone you know on Instagram, or someone you have contact info for. Number 4-ish, ask yourself, if you're not sure, if those check boxes don't check off, ask yourself, is it worth the risk? Is it really worth to give this site $100 to potentially make $20? I don't know. It's up to you. And number 5, how to ultimately protect yourself. Always use a credit card and PayPal most. Use PayPal first, and then if they don't accept PayPal and you still want to do it, make sure you're using a credit card. I know American Express is really great customer service, and a lot of the other ones have them too, and are definitely good with the fraud detection and stuff like that. So if you found this video helpful, please like it. Please subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments what you do to protect or figure out whether a store is legit or not, or which one you are found most helpful. Always love talking to you guys in the comments. And I will see you guys in the next video.